How's it going everyone, my name's Fawnsroy and welcome back for another Rainbow Six Siege video, and today I'm going to be doing a full character breakdown for Ash. So Ash is an attacker for the FBI and has a rank 1 for armor and a rank 3 for speed. This makes her super quick and is able to relocate and flank enemies extremely efficiently, so make sure you use this to your advantage as much as possible, as she can quickly set up decoys and ambush enemies before they even have time to react. Ash has the choice of two primary weapons, the G36C and the R4C. The only main difference between the two is the G36C has a slightly slower fire rate, but this does mean you have more recoil control. Even with this fact, I would still recommend you use the R4C as its fire rate is incredible and is still highly accurate. So for the G36C I would use the holographic sight, the vertical grip and the flash hider. There's no need for a compensator as the recoil is pretty minimal. And for the R4C I would use the holographic sight, the vertical grip and the compensator. With the grip and the compensator, you're bringing the recoil down to that of the G36C, but with the benefits of a faster fire rate. For Ash's sidearm, she has a choice between the M45 or the 5.7 USG. Personally, I prefer the M45 for its high stopping power, but it does have a small magazine, so if you want the larger magazine, then go for the USG. And finally, for her gadget, she has a choice between either breaching charges or smoke grenades. So generally, I use the smoke grenades over the breaching charges unless I'm playing on the larger map. Because generally speaking, you shouldn't be directly in a firefight, you should be flanking, so don't use them to breach into a room unless you know where the enemy is. Ash's special ability is her M120 Krem breaching rounds. It's basically an explosive breaching round fired from a grenade launcher, which you can destroy deployable shields, castles, barricades and standard barricades, walls, floors and ceilings, all from a distance. But keep in mind you only have 2 rounds, so make sure you're not going to waste them. So when you're actually using Ash, there's a few things you should keep in mind. The first thing is she is super fast but very low armoured, so don't go directly charging into the enemy, instead try to go to the flanking position of the objective. The second is she is able to use her breaching rounds on certain ceilings to open up the floor above, and this is a massive advantage. If the enemy team isn't in the basement, it's always worth investigating under the objective room to see if this is possible. And because no one is ever expecting the floor to be blown up from underneath them, when combined with another teammate tagging on a drone, it becomes a deadly combination. And the third thing you should keep in mind is that Ash isn't meant for direct or prolonged firefights, which is clearly shown with a low armor rating. So if you're in a position where the enemies are holding the team back from progressing, then it falls to Ash to move around to the flanking position and take them out. Also, when you're playing as Ash and using the G36C, then you will want to use the gun at medium to long range, and be playing a more diversionary role in trying to pull the enemy's attention towards you while your team moves up and pushes in on the enemy. When using the R4C, however, she becomes more like Twitch when she's using the F2, because the gun has a great fire rate and excellent accuracy. So you'll be able to rush the enemies a lot more, and even when you flank the enemy, you'll be able to play much more aggressively after breaching or rushing a room. Any Ash player that's worth anything to their team will also make use of the spare drone. Because you would be away from the rest of the team, you will need to check a room or a corridor before you can move up, so be smart and don't rush into your death. Also, don't be afraid to run from any firefight, even if it's only one person. Your speed won't be matched by the enemy, and they will often try pursuing you, and by the time they get near you, then you're already in a much more defensive position where you can get an easy kill as they try to catch you. So I'd love to hear from you guys your thoughts and tips for Ash and how you like to play as her, so just let me know down below in the comments, and if you're looking for help 3-starring situations or other character breakdowns, then look in the description for the links. So that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, then don't forget to smash that like button before you go, and if you're new to the channel and want to subscribe as well, as it really helps me out. So until the next video, toodle pip.